In your opinion, what defines a strong FR program, and how do you even begin working towards this FR program?
Years ago, I remember linemen being introduced to FR, and it was a joke. It was like, why the heck am I going to put on this garbage? It's not breathable. It's not comfortable. It stinks. It's distracting. If you're distracted by what you're wearing day in and day out, how can you focus on your job? It's not a desk job, the high hazard job, right? Lesson number one right there. One of the best things that I've done here at the utility is truly to develop a relationship with those workers, with our linemen, and listen to them, care for them, and really do my best to provide that sort of PPE that they need so that they can do their job easily, comfortably, and not be distracted in those high hazard environments, which is what? Every day that they're out there in the field. FR clothing at this point is getting to the stage where employees wear them outside of work. They want to wear it. So I don't need to sell it. Ryan, it's all about providing them options and making sure that they're visible on the job site.
It's not a one-size-fits-all program. People come different sizes, different likes, different dislikes, and today's FR clothing programs have evolved considerably to what they were. In that back in the day, it was a one-size-fits-all. It was a, one or two shirts in a specific color with the logo on it, and one or two pants, and that was it. You were gonna represent the utility. The way that they have evolved throughout the years is that utilities have realized, instead of us having to fight or manage these employees to try to get them to wear this clothing, if we just get them something that they want to wear, then
They'll wear it.
They'll wear it.
Yeah. Speak to #CareLoudly.
I guess you can call it a mantra. No matter who you're working for, who you're working with, if you show them that you care, that value, that service that you're providing them, whether it's an internal customer or an external customer, or you're helping out somebody on the side of the road because they blew a tire and you pull up beside them with your lights on, that value is huge. And it goes back to us being a publicly owned utility and recognizing that we are part of the community. That caring loudly kind of mantra is just a way to show that we are there for our community in no matter what the situation is there for. So caring loudly is it's what we do here.
What does the trade need more of? And I just like love. It just needs more of more caring loudly. It needs more working together towards the common goal, like we've been talking about this whole time. I really think in all aspects of our industry, whether it's out on the crew and crews sharing, how they did that job different than the last crew, sharing your little trade secrets, or, scale that right to your guys' level of working in the back office and working, different companies working together. When you're talking FR clothing, you're talking safety programs, you're talking about safety, you're talking about human lives, and protecting people. Why gatekeep that? Work together. That's something that you guys are a great example of, working together. So it's cool. What do you think is their most important tool from your perspective?
Someone in the trade, their most important tool?
Yeah, from your perspective, what do you think they're the most important tool in their kit?
It's not a physical tool, but it's their voice, speaking up and sharing and communicating. Man, if you don't communicate and if you're a lineman, it can go wrong real quick. Dude.
I just posted about that.
That's why, that's why tailboards are so important. It enhances and promotes that communication, so everybody knows what's going on each step of that process. Your voice is so strong. Speak up, you don't know what's going on, stop work, that whole deal. That's so important in this trade.
I had a customer who had been a customer for 30 years say to me one time towards the end, asking me about where his order was. And he said, Scott, don't tell me what I want to hear. He said, tell me the truth. He said, don't tell me. He said, because if you tell me the truth, then I can make adjustments on my end. So, but if you tell me what I want to hear, so what I learned from that is that accurate bad news is better than inaccurate good news. One of the things that I appreciate about Dragonware is that one thing that we believe in is that, as good of a salesperson as us in the sales department would like to think that we are, we know that the best sales person is the clothing itself. And so the situation that Justin was talking about, where I shipped his one employee that shirt, and I appreciate that Dragonware gives me that leeway to where, when I see a situation pop up to where it will benefit somebody at a utility, that we just send it to them. We believe in our clothing so much that when a utility, wants to wear trial it, that's music to our ears. Yes, we are giving product for free, but we know that once they get it on their back, that they're gonna love it. And so getting that support from Dragonware, that enables me to do that, is one of the reasons why I really enjoy working for this company, is that they enable me to do those things.
You can be confident too that they're going to love that product. So it makes it, because people get given t-shirts and things all the time, and some of them never even see the light of day after they receive them. But something like that, you can be confident that they're going to wear that product as much as they can until they wear it out.
It's not all about the bottom line. It's not all about making a sale. It's part of being in the industry, and when you're in this industry, there is a supportive point of view. There is support that goes into it. You're going to attend safety days that utilities have. You're going to attend rodeos. You're going to sponsor rodeo teams. You're going to do wear trials. All these things are to show support for the utility industry as a whole. And I think that's really important, that it's not just all about making a sale. It's all about, supporting the industry. And when you are supporting the industry, the sales will just happen.
Yeah. The industry gives back. Yeah.
Yeah. And the sales will just happen or organically.
I'm ready for a little bit of rapid fire or this or that. What you got?
Oh, we want to go rapid fire, this and that.
Let's switch it up here.
Sounds good to me.
You ready for this, Scott?
Absolutely.
What are the questions that you've enjoyed listening to? I guess you've only listened to a couple there, Scott. The rapid fires have been pretty fun. They've been pretty fun to throw in recently. I wasn't sure if I was going to throw them in yours, so I just got to go back to one of these other ones. Let's go with a finish my sentence. All right. This will be a good one for you guys. This will be a good one for you guys. All right. Finish my sentence. Justin, let's go with you first. If I won $10 million tomorrow, what would be the first thing you'd buy? Totally selfish. see now Scott gets time to think about it.
All right, you ready? I would buy a trip. This is totally selfish, right?
Yeah.
I'd buy a trip for my 5 best friends down into South America to go heli skiing.
So all your friends,
Like right now. Yep. So if it's summertime up here, you have to flip. You got to go to the Southern Hemisphere, go down there. Yeah, absolutely.
What region? Tell me, I'm intrigued now. What region? Where would you go?
Well, you can't go to Patagonia because it's too steep. So you'd have to go to Argentina. And I think it's called Valle Nevado down there. Yeah. Talk about passion bucket. The skiing bucket's a big bucket for me.
Heck yeah. My girlfriend and I are going to Mount Everest Base Camp in October. So we're flying to Nepal, flying to Lukla, and doing a 130-kilometer trek to base camp. I always wanted to climb the biggest mountains in the world. And once I had kids,
it's different. It's all different now.
Selfish, right? So Everest was always on my bucket list, but I had to tone that back. So the opportunity came up to at least go to base camp, right? So I was like, I jumped on it. So we're heading to base camp in October.
I love it.
Yeah,
I got to pay attention to that trip and follow along with you. That's great.
Happy to represent Dragonware there too, Scott. We could talk later.
Absolutely.
All right, Scott. Safe question.
Dragonware on Everest. That's great.
Same question for you.
We got you, Ryan.
All right, cool. I love it. If you won $10 million, what would you do with it?
Mine is not as hardcore as Justin's. So my wife and I have never been to Hawaii, and I have 2 teenage boys, and the one thing that my wife and I love really at this point in our lives more than anything is just being able to hang out, just the 2 of us, and just so like to rent like a house like literally on the beach in Hawaii for like a month, because we take our week vacation, and you're like, boy, that went by fast, So to get like a month or 2 months, of just on the beach, just my wife and I just hanging out, enjoying an adult beverage, throwing some good food on the grill, watching sunsets.
Dude, that's a fantastic.
Drinking coffee in the morning while the sun comes out. That's just heaven for me right there. Just give me a month alone, just with my wife. And that's what, it's why I'm so fortunate. We're going on our 21st anniversary. Is we like to do the same things, So that would be mine.
Dude, Hawaii you haven't been to Hawaii.
Never been. No.
It's fantastic. Some people get like, oh, it's overrated or it's crowded, but it's wonderful.
Well, there's different parts, and for the most part, everybody that I talk to says, "You haven't gone? Yeah. You've got to go to Hawaii.
You got to stick that on the list." All right, Justin, if you weren't in this position that you're in right now, and you had the choice to do anything else that you wanted to do, what would it be?
Am I in the same position?
No.
Family-wise or no?
No, anything?
Anything?
Yeah.
Anything else?
What's your dream job?
Oh, man. If I could be a guide up in the mountains and do that, if it paid more, man, that seasonal work is tough. That's a tough trade to be in. I know a lot of people still in, that seasonal work profile, whether they're, national park employees and then working at mountains during the winter or guiding in the summer on rivers and guiding in the summer or in the winter in the mountains. There's nothing better than being in the wilderness, which kind of stems from why I chose, full circle here, that environmental degree.
Mm-hmm.
Was to preserve those environments and preserve those parts of our nation that are so beautiful. so that we all have the opportunity to recreate in them. That's such a huge value for me, and that's kind of why I live where I live right now.
You guys have some amazing parks and backcountry.
Well, same with you guys. I mean, I come up and visit many parts around you, every other year. So,
very cool.
Yeah, I think it would be guiding clients in some of the world's most amazing kind of mountains and rivers and stuff like that. I think that's where I'd be. Yeah.
A Chief of God.
Which easy decision for me. I would definitely do something in culinary.
Nice.
I love to cook. I love to.
What's your specialty?
Probably grilling. And so just having some meat or fish on the grill. To me, there's nothing better. The perfect day is during football season. It's a Sunday. You got a football game on. You got some meat on the grill. You got a cold beer. Life is good. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that.
I'm kind of hungry now, actually. Haven't eaten yet. My stomach's like, oh.
It's almost lunchtime, Scott.
All right. We'll go one more because I'm curious on your guys' perspective, because I always ask this to linemen. Ask them what is the most important tool in their kit, but from your guys' perspective, not necessarily turning the wrenches on the team. What do you think is their most important tool from your perspective?
Someone in a trade, their most important tool?
Yeah, from your perspective, what do you think they're the most important tool in their kit?
It's not a physical tool, but it's their voice, speaking up and sharing and communicating. Man, if you don't communicate and if you're a lineman, it can go wrong real quick. Real quick, dude.
I just posted about that.
That's why, that's why tailboards are so important. It enhances and promotes that communication, so everybody knows what's going on each step of that process. Your voice is so strong. Speak up. If you don't know what's going on, stop work. That whole deal. That's so important in this trade.
All right, if you're liking this content lately, please make sure you like, subscribe, follow, do all those things. It really helps the algorithm, helps get this pushed out to more people, and I appreciate it. Peace.